to do with the Sifra that's Niota today. Okay. Now, let me see. Yeah. That's better that way. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, so what we got is we're into the RAMAK now. And it's the hardest part to really, let me see where I'm at. Down here, down on number Hey. So he offers a whole bunch of numbers. There's 7 of them, I guess. 7 different places where there's site references. I'm not sure exactly how to fit them all together. Let's start with number Hey and try to go through them. So he says number Hey is Od Bir Be'or Yakar. So he's bringing all these places where the word Yakira is used. The Or Yakar, that's interesting how they go together. He says Al Idrizu Terabasham Vazel Lashona Bedilog Bekuhu Mishabra Behind Masla. And all of them are joined together in this Masla. Now he's focusing on an aspect of the beard. Let's read the words. Let me get this back here again. He says, "Vihine lo yimser devekus ma'atzel." So what the devekus of the ma'atzel, bekolim nimsoim. So I guess, okay, we'll just see what take the words. Right? They say rak b'shorish mazel. So the only way that it can become attached is because there's a root there in the mazel. So all whatever elokus is manifest in the world all come from this one place, which the shorshim, well, he says shorish, he makes it like that, of the mazel, which is the beard. So he says he's a tolui bo v'lizeravu omer kol yakira the yakiruso. So this is the yakira, yakirusa. The kavod, this is the ultimate root. He means miskaved aloka bahashkacha, so that it causes kavod, shemiskaved, or it glorifies haloka, the God bahashkacha, in his. Well, I know the word means supervision, but it means, I guess, it's an attachment, and his relevance. And the fact that this mazel has to do with, it's a hard bunch of ideas for me to put the shemiskaved aloka, that the God is the godliness, let's say, is glorified by the fact that he's involved. V'kiyuma tachtonim v'alyonim in v'kiyuma, and he's the force that gets everything to be established. And all of this depends on this beard. Adkan has been explained a little bit more. Let me see what I got here a little bit more. Let's go on to number Vav. So we're trying to say here he's focusing on the mazel. So the Or Yakar, over in the Or Yakar, al the Idra Rabbah, he says, "Beer the Indian dikner of the Zer Anpen v'zel Deshona." So now here he talks about the beard of Zer Anpen. Yakirusa Shohoros Kavod. So Yakirusa. So I guess he means the what's a Shohoraz, the appearance or the representation of Kavod. Hapu'ulas al yonim enum ella al yeder bechinas zakan. Well, same idea again. Shakan shecha bechipo elas, because when it's working, mizgala pu'ulasacha, and its deeds, which is rachmanos, are shown. The hiskavid malkul shal olam, and the purpose of it is really to show the source of where it is, which is the real ruler of the world. That's attachment is coming from this from the beard. Masha Einu Kol Kach Bishar Pu'ulas Tikunin. There are other tikunin, the metzach, in which we mentioned before, and the cheeks, or different kinds of things which are tikunim also, but more than anything else. So that's why it's so kavadik. The partzuf, it means that it's pnimi. Kol shar tikunim, he says, shal partzuf, miskav are all honored, glorified, because of this one place where it comes from, which is the beard lakach Ganze Kra Velo Isgali. And that's the reason why it's hidden and not revealed. Let me see how this works. We'll get this a little bit closer. There we go. So he says, here's the last one, number Zion. So Od Bir Beor Yakor, so also explains in the Idra de Mashkina. I bought that book. I didn't really look it over, but I have it just because I saw there was another Idra out there. The Indian, the Digna de Zer Anpin, when he's talking about that. So he says Yakirusa Bakulo. So once again, Sha'ad Ravo. Kopul Secha the Dikta the Bato the Dinim. So now he goes on the other Mahalach. As I said, all that it does is, before he was talking about glory, honor, and glory, as it being the beginning of everything. Here he says that its main action is it nullifies dinim be'inyan shetikun v'shikun zeh nozen kavod l'kol tikunim l'matek dinim. That's the kavod that he gives to them, because seeing that there's something great there, I get my explanation. Therefore, it shines on them, and as a result of that, that's the kavod that it brings kavod to them. And Makavod call Hatamuna, and all of the image there. He says, Kevan she'et b'chidush dinim kulam yishafchu. There's an Indian that all the dinim are switched around. The battle of l'hachnia zaydim is for that phrase, in order to humble them. V'kol pa'ulas on haga. So all of this has to do really with the zakan and the tikkunim that come with it. He says, it's the actions that it's able to affect that really shows you its glory. That's like bringing glory. So he seems to be saying, like, if I can become in contact with, pray that the shefa should pour from Eric Anpen, that is a kavod to me. They give kavod, they glorify wherever they represent themselves. So these are, I don't know what miyushavos means, but betulas is actions. Which is the secret of dikna. Now these are tough phrases to try to put them all together. He's trying to give us a picture, a feeling of what he wants to say of this word Yakarusa, etc. Let's go to another idea. This one's going to bring in the RI Saruk, and you'll actually have an explanation that ties together. So he says, Neshama neralemes b'kol ha'tachtonim. So this neshama is hidden. This panemius is hidden inside of all of the lower worlds. Bir nosed be'idin yikirusa the kula. So let's talk about what he's going to say here. That what does that phrase mean? It's the most precious or the most kavodik of all things. Who befavors RI Saruk. Shabir lefir darko la'el. So he explains like that the Ire kan beyud gimel tikun dikta the Reisha D'LO ISyadah insham. It's talking about the 13 dikta but not of just any Reisha, but the Reisha D'LO ISyadah, which later he's going to say something about what it actually is. But the Zecha Bebir kan the Indian Yakaros, it's kavod, or it's Edoch B'Bishum kavod v'shvach. That's not the reason why it's kavodik. B'Bishum al-momoch v'rov dakus. It's kavodik because we understand that it is a force that's hidden. V'rov dakos, and is very, very non-real or non-physical. Just like the neshama v'zechel t'shona. This is what he says. Begin to hear yakirusa the kula, since it's the most kavodik of all parts. Pirush dikna the Reisha D'LO ISyadah. And he means to say what? He means to say the dikna of the Reisha D'LO ISyadah. He said the l'isyadah he kamon neshama the kol sharcha yud gimel tikundisha b'shnei roshim. It's like what? It's panimi. It's the neshama the kol sharcha yud gimel tikundisha b'shnei roshim, with the other two heads. Now, what are the other two heads? He says one head is called the ayin. I don't know that. So there's two heads. There's one, the ayin. I guess he means atik yomim. I'm not sure. The zat of akib. I'm not sure what he means there. The ayin. Or maybe it means the beard of. We're talking about the head of the Reisha D'LO ISyadah. I'm not sure. V'zecha she'amar HaSefer Sifra D'Tzniuta, he says, La'el b'Pirkei Kedemah, he says, Yakira the Yakiruso, Lefi she'nishar she'cho b'kulam min hazakan, because they're all rooted from the beard. What beard? The beard of Shal Reisha D'LO the Reisha Zu, this Reisha we're talking about, the Reisha D'LO Isyadah. The Yakiruso Lo Isyadah, that its preciousness, its glory, I guess, he wants to say glory, his glory is not known. Well, the Reisha Zu D'LO Isyadah, this head, who Malchus Shal Adam Kadmon, let's understand where is the Malchus of Adam Kadmon is manifest in the Reisha D'LO Isyadah, Kenoida. So now he says a side idea. He says Kenoida, the Zeh, so Kenoida. Like we know that. The Zecha Ba'amach HaSefer Sifra D'Tzniuta, he says the he, and he is female, Melashon Nok. He says it's an accussion of Nekeva. So he said, why would that be? Bishvil Shehi Dikna the Reisha D'LO Isyadah, because here you're talking is a hint to let you know that you're talking about the Reisha D'LO Isyadah. And what about it? It's Nellomas Batachlis Helam, it's hidden in the very panemius of what we call reality, Batachlis Helam, Kamocha Neshama B'Socha Guf. So you wouldn't know that it was there by looking at the physicality, but it is the first place we can talk about. The Zecha Below Idkar. So for this reason, because it's so completely hidden, that's the reason why it's not mentioned. Adkan. So if you wanted to see him talk about it, it's over there. And also Be'ebek HaMelech, it's also over there, Ba'od Makomos, other places. So that was an easy one, at least to see a whole idea presented. Now we go to another one. Let me see how we're doing time-wise. Okay, so he says, Mucha V'oros Yakarim. So now he has something else here. So he says, Bir Noisif Rei B'Yafashah. Look over the Yafashah Shabir, and he explains like this, the Yafashah. Shabir Khan, the Haindach Abesod Mochim Yakarim. So one again, glorious Mochim. Hanim Shachem Megadikna de Erik Anpin. Bezal the Shona. So now he wants to bring this idea. He says, begin Dihi Yakirusa the Kula, because it's the most coveted of all. Or I like the word precious because it just seems like it's better. It works a little bit better for me. The call partsuf eratzilus, because all of the partsuf of Atzilus, the shorish kol mochen, which is really the shorish of where all the mochen come from. Bein mochen the abba be'iba bein mochen the zer anpin, umashkim ubenim shachim ad yadecha b'shdecha mazlos the dikna the erik anpin. So all of this flows as a result of the mazlos. Kamasha kased of beinach Rizal, Yizach be'etz chayim b'shar and Sira. Over there. So Adkan. Valderik Zecha Bebir B'Yafashah, and the same idea you got from the Yafashah, Ala Idrazuta, in regards to the Idrazuta, Bezal Dashono, Yakira the Yakiruso, B'chai Mazla Talia. So all of it, this kavod comes from the mazel. It comes through the mazel. Pirish Yakiru Heim Hamochim Kadeshim. So he says, here's the definition. You want to know what Yakar means, or Yakiru. It means actually what's flowing out. What's flowing out is the Mochim Kadeshim, Shehem Yikaros Ha'erach. Now, I have a little trouble with this word Ha'erach here, which is the most precious. You could say it's referring to Erik Anpin, or you could say Yikaros Ha'erach of in relationship to everything else. Yes, then he says Yikiru Heim Mochin de Zer Anpin. So the word Yikiru also refers once again to the mochin, which come out of Itzilos into Zer Anpin, or in the Zer Anpin of Itzilos. Shenim Shachem B'Yakirusa the mochin the Abba V'Ima, and his flow comes a result is because of this word Yakiruso, which is the kavod, I don't know. So he says the mochin the Abba V'Ima behind Maslo Talian Adkan, and all depends on these Maslos. So in the next couple of minutes that we have here, let's look at number Lamed Tes, number Mem, and number Mem Aleph if we have a chance. So just reading down again, Bir Noisif Rei B'Yafashah Shabir Khan explains like that the Hainus Sod Mochim Yakarim Hanim Shachem B'Chadikna de Erik Anpin Zel Lashon begin Dihi Yakirusu the Kula the called Partsufi Achatzilus the Shorsh Kula Kol Hamochim. So here we're talking about the ultimate fount where everything comes from. Let's see if we have any help down here in number Lamed Tes. So Lamed Tes says, Hine Masher Bir Kan Milas de Kulo. What does that mean? Dahainu. The Kol Partsuf Ratzilus of all of the Partsufim of Itzilus. So he says, the low kabir, excuse me, and this idea of all of the, he says all of the parts of Metzilus, it's the most important. Not like them. That's going to be brought. We're going to see that. He says the Sifra Disnusa Khan Ire Beinian Lama Nizkar Hadikna Yosef Bashar Evari Hapartzav Kamo Lachayev. So why is it what? Alama Nizkar, why is it mentioned more than anything else? Here we're talking about the fact that it's not mentioned in the Torah, but where is he saying that he says Yosef Bashar Evari Hapartzav Kamo Lachayev, like its cheeks, for example. But it's also the same time talking about that. Umamela moving the lashon yakirusa the kulo, so that the word where it says is more kovadik than anything else. Okay, so finally got to a place where when we do this, we call him back. Reasons there's Rebbe, call him back. Okay, back to that again. He said, so it's more covered than anything else, which basically we said the same idea already. We're going to see more about this. So let's read after that. We have what? 2 minutes. Let's see what we get done here. He said from Lamed Tes up above, it says, the Shorish Kol HaMochim, Bein Mochin the Abba Ve'iba, Bein Mochin the Zer Anpin, Nimshachem B'Chayedech B'Shnech Mazlos. The dicta de Erikant Gemasha Kasser of Bein Rizal V'Bezeit Chaim B'Shar Sifra. So let's see what he says over there in the Shar Sifra. We have a little piece here down at the bottom, and it says like this. He says, "V'Rei B'Etz Chaim Sham V'Zel L'Shona Amnam Ein Koch Mocha Ilo Atzma Yored Ad Abba Ve'ima." So the energy that's within it does not come into Abba Ve'ima because it's just too powerful. Or it's to nothing, really to nothing. It's too intangible. And all the only way that what's inside of Eric Anpin can come out is through this beard. Mazel the Ches and Mazel Yud Gimel. So now we understand that the flow has to come from two different particular tikkunim. Number 8, number 13. V'hem Zohar v'Nok. Ches, that is from the 8th one. Shuhu Zohar nishbach b'koach ba'Abba. So that's where the flow of the energy comes into Abba of the Yud Gimel, number Yud Gimel, who Shuhu Nekeva. Misham nishbar koach be'ima, so there you see the koach that's going to go down the left side or into ima. So therefore this upper moach, it's going to cause a flow through the das that is within it. So shebo shuhu mazel ches al mazel yod gimel. So I'm not sure what that exactly meant, because I'm not sure that I would want to divide up, but he did. He said that the aspect that allows the flow to go from Abba into Ima is the Das. That the Das of what? The Das of Abba. So he says, thinking that Abba has, 10 spheros. After that, looking Atiba Abba Ve'ima. So then now we see how the flow goes. They take the tipa, this energy drop. The benehem zachar v'nok. Nimseki misorach mazel nanach b'hislavers abba v'ima, so that we see that it actually is what aroused this mazel behislavush Abba Ve'ima, by being aroused, by clothing themselves in Abba Ve'ima, v'az morishin Abba Ve'ima mochen lebenehem, and this is the path by which all of this comes into their children. And let's see, we have, can we do one more and just finish this out? And it says, so going on, so it says, go up at the top, Al Kain, Valderig Zecha Vibir Biyafasha, Al Idra Zuta, Vizel the Shana, Yakira de Kirusa Bahaim Maz Latalia. Pirish Yakiro Haim Hamochin Kadeshin, these are the holy Mochim. Shehem Yakros Ha'erech. So it's I think it means Ha'erech, it's the most coveted part of all relationships. Yikiro Heim Mochen is their anpin. That means it's another word. It says Shehem Yukaros. So he said, referring to that, Shenim Shachem Biyakirusa the Mochen the Abba Ve'imba B'Chamaz L'Talyan. Mem Aleph, number Mem Aleph, just a little bit here. He says, V'chein Mashbecha L'Chera. So it also, we understand along the way, he says, Be'emes the Yaakov Al Ha'idra Zuta L'Chalon Shom V'zel L'Shono. V'nigrach V'yakirucha D'Kula. Why? Because from these two mazals, Mekavlim Shefa Abba Ve'ima could know that that's how, in fact, that they could get their energy. Abba Metikun Shmini Ve'ima Metikun Yud Gimel Ad Kan. So there's another reference trying to help us out to understand this. That's the shir today. Thank you.